Are you ready for a mini history lesson? Okay, so I want you to understand why they use this word when they put it into the Controlled Substance Act. And then I also want you to decide if the word marijuana is racist or revolutionary. When Spanish colonizers arrived in Mexico in the 16th century, they forced all of the indigenous people to convert to Catholicism. They banned all of their indigenous ceremonies, and the people were forced to grow hemp for the crown. When the colonizers landed in Mexico, they brought with them enslaved Africans. And those enslaved Africans taught the indigenous Mexicans to use that hemp in secret, blending both of their traditions, medicines, and spirituality. They called the plant Rosa Maria, a spiritual code for cannabis that sounded very much like the Catholic reverence for the Virgin Mary. This wasn't confusion, it was subversion. It was a way to keep their plant medicine alive underneath the colonizers' nose, a big FU to the church. Later on, in the early 1900s, thousands of Mexican families fled to the United States during the Mexican Revolution. They brought their culture and their labor and their plant medicine, including cannabis, which they now called marijuana. During that time period, it is very well known that white people didn't want anything to do with minorities. And they definitely didn't want the plant, although all medicine at that time did contain cannabis. So they used the word marijuana, not cannabis, to stir fear. They said that it made Mexicans and minorities violent, lazy criminals. The media painted it as a foreign drug, like it hadn't been here the whole time. And suddenly, cannabis wasn't a healing plant anymore. It was a weapon in a race war. This wasn't about public safety. It never has been. It was about control. The plant didn't change, just the skin tone of the people that were using it. The war on weeds started as a war on immigrants, and it has never changed. So, is that word marijuana racist, or is it revolutionary? The truth is, it was both. The term marijuana was born from resistance, and then it was later on twisted into fear. Cannabis doesn't need to be reclaimed. It needs to be remembered. They never defined marijuana so that they could put people in jail, especially minorities. This is why we need decriminalization, not legalization. These people are not criminals because of their skin color.